I'm scared to move.
Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
I need to get a closer look. Oh no, okay. Well, if I can pick it up, then it's not a bucket.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What the hell?
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
No.
Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket? Incorrect.
What?
This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket?
I'm gonna say yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Oh.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Indeed. My maths homework is a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
No.
Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with.
Huh.
I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No,
Okay,
not my bucket.
here we go.
No.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Yeah.
Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yeah.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. My God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
No.
Oh, this is wonderful
It's my
news.
bucket.
We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Yay.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
I'm only sitting on the side so you don't get my head in there, like, Mom. But you do kind of have to get the phone in. Otherwise, no film. Right, I can move.
All of
look,
his co-workers
balloons.
were gone. What could it mean?
Guys,
Stanley
if you want me to
decided to
do
go
a
to the meeting
live
room.
stream or a
Perhaps he had
video,
simply missed a memo.
should I pick up the bucket? I don't know.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Left or right?
Stanley
It's an
clutched the
obvious
bucket tightly
question.
to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I've
Stanley
done
had
right all
felt
the time
bucket
until I
calling
gave
to
my
him,
dad the
telling him
controller.
that the employee lounge
No, I
was
want new
simply the
thinking.
place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this
No.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Yes.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, Stanley's gonna plunge to his death because it's
said the
fun.
bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Wait, I'm
Cargo
actually gonna
lift,
go to the
yes.
phone part.
Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
Disobey the
It should have
narrator,
alarmed
I
him, of
obey
course,
the
because
bucket.
buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I want to jump down, like, to the floor. There's mind the gap.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room
Yes.
over here. Stanley
shall.
once again obeyed blindly.
Yeah. Dark room.
Like 2 t-shirts.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket.
No, I
Pick
don't
up
want
the phone,
to.
and it will
No.
take us back home, where we can go about life together.
No. I want to put the bucket down. I can't do it.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Because I wanted to.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley,
Yeah.
I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get
yeah.
the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A
Ha,
talking
ha, ha.
bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have
The whole
paused
time?
for longer
Duh.
or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there
You
isn't
just exist,
exactly
like,
an
that's what the
instructional
problem
video
is.
on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Mum, I just
it's
clipped
sitting
my
right here.
wrist.
Let's take a look.
Eh.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
What the hell?
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper.
Ooh.
If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Donny with the funny. Pardon? Okay.
Good.
Thank
This
you.
saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were
word of
throughout
the
the
week
joke
is
is the only
data.
way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times. just to ensure the
Right,
survey
English,
taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter
Oh
and
my
even
gosh,
tripled
yes, we
over
need the
in
bald
laughter
guy as
in
well.
no time at all.
Look, mate, I like
Just
his cut.
remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, with each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invaders who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our
What the hell is
lives to
going
this
on?
noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme. Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Yay! I'm still gonna go on the left door, right door.
I can
Wait,
feel it.
I can't.
This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say.
I
How
can't
ridiculous.
jump.
How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. But I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
Jump.
The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
So are we just walking back to the door? Alright, seems easy enough. Yes, me. Employee lounge. When Stanley. However, he just couldn't do it.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Come on. Fine, I will not do it. You know, I'm done with the sequel.
No. You were
Look, the sequel.
supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this was all covered very clearly. There's no
Sorry,
way I can make the comedic
by
timing
obeying
work
him,
now.
I
It's
kind of made the
done.
wrong
The joke is
decision.
completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
I did
I'm going
what
to be
you said.
ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you
Hell
proud?
yeah.
Here we go. You ready?
Bro.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
So they want me to go down here, but last time he was mad because he wanted me to go down here. So if it makes him mad, I'm gonna do it, or should I just do it? Because last time I did this, there was a third door, but I had to do really complicated stuff. Which one should I go down? I'm gonna go down the left.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back. Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Left. Telling me to go down the left. Look, I'll even put subs on.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door
On his left. Look, on his left.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back.
Okay, fine. I'll go to the phone and I'll unplug it again.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came
Oh,
to
no,
a
it's
set
gone
of
black.
two open doors, they entered the
No,
door.
I'm gonna shut this door. Okay, fine. Fine, I did it.
Well, we're back phone already?
Yes.
No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this.
Yeah,
There was supposed to be a build-up to this point.
Yeah,
a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone.
Yes,
Now
sure.
the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing.
Huh?
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
No, you don't.
Yes, surely that will help me
No.
improve my...
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are.
Yes, I am in love with the bucket.
Still not... Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so mental. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. I'm getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Did you not wear my bed shorts? Because the other ones are like really thick. Yeah, you've got black hair.
Yeah. Actor. No. Right, guys, I can't do this game anymore. It's been going on for 17 minutes, 17 minutes. And I gotta get to school and it's 1:15 and school starts at 9. So, wait, give me the bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the
Right,
meeting
guys, I'll see you next
Stanley
time. I
had
can't
felt
do
the
it. Bye.
bucket calling